Roll for Diorama, Episode 1. Welcome to Roll for Diorama, the show where I roll some dice and figure out what art I'm going to be making. We're going to start off to see if this piece of art has functionality. Let's go. We're making a clock. What type of clock? 6. Digital. That's a first for me. Is there movement? 8. Hand crank movement. How big is this going to be? Small. Under 10 inches, okay? And lastly, the art direction. That one fell on the floor. Okay, 10. Pirates. So we have a pirate-themed digital clock with hand crank movement. This is what I came up with. A little box with an ocean on top, the clock embedded in the side, a little pirate in a rowboat, and the hand crank movement is going to cause the oars to row. So let's get to it. I start off with the electronics by making a little digital clock with a button for the brightness, a button for the time increase, and a button for time decrease. So now we can work on the actual art piece. I mocked up this 3D model to figure out the placement of all the components and the gear mechanism that will turn the oars. So now we can work on other things like the boat, which I have resin printed out, and then I carved it and painted it to create this wooden looking rowboat. I then jumped back to the electronics and I printed out the housing for all the components. And here's a little test fit to make sure they all pop in nicely, and did the same for the gears. I then assembled the base box with all the components inside and did all the wiring, and everything works as expected. The time up, time down, the brightness, and so things are looking good. The next thing I did was a resin pour, and I made an absolute mess of it. I was going to record a nice, satisfying pouring of the resin, but leaks everywhere. I spilled half of it. It was a disaster. But I was able to salvage it, and we got the boat looking good, and I made the paddles. I just have to put the ends on them, and as we can see, the mechanism's coming together, so we're getting close. From there, I designed the pirate, and I added him into the boat, and there he is looking good. At this point, I let the clock run for a long time to see how accurate it was, and found out that Arduinos are not very accurate when it comes to time. So I added a real-time clock module into the system, and that made the time be much more accurate. And there it is, the final clock. It was awesome to make a digital clock for the first time. I really enjoy how it turned out. If you liked what you saw, I hope you'll follow, subscribe, and stay tuned for episode 2, and see you next time.